What is up, folks? We have a very exciting couple updates here that we're going to go ahead and run through real quick. The biggest one, of course, being enhancements. But before we get to that, I'm going to do a quick little interlude to talk about Supreme Commander Calder Drago, who just dropped this week. And there was a live stream about him, the developer live stream, if you want to go ahead and check that out. It's really, really good. But this is also cool too. I don't remember seeing this before, but this shows the special rule right here summarized. You don't actually have to click in the card to see it. But long story short, whenever you play a friendly card, it makes an attack with its highest attack type. We're gonna do a game. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna do my Apocalypse deck because it's just goofy. Whenever you play a friendly card, it makes an attack with its highest attack type at 100% of that attack stat. Additionally, friendly cards cannot take more than 60% in their base wounds as damage from a single attack. So there's a little bit of there's a little bit of Captain Acheran in there, and then also there's a little bit of kind of the lion, but not really. So first deck I built had a mixed thing where I just took the two cards with the highest attack stat in all three attack types, melee, ranged, and psychic. And then in my second one, I just went all ranged. And this is the one I'm going to run because it's a little bit silly. There's one clarification I wanted to make sure to mention, and that is that it does do that attack after deployment. So it doesn't actually do it in the beginning. So if you go first because your initiative is high, I don't just waste it by playing him first, because that attack will go off in a second. Let's check this and see if it happens after Inspiring Presence. I'm not actually sure. It looks like yes, Inspiring Presence goes off. And then it gets really crazy. Let's see this. Let's see this happen. And then splat. Crazy, crazy damage. And then he hits two. And then this is going to attack twice because you get Precision Shot followed by, oh, and if there's a tie, it's going to choose the attack type it hasn't already or choose one at random. Interesting. That could be an issue if you are using your barrage cards and want to get that out there. If you have something with equal attack stats that has barrage. But this guy you saw attack twice because he has precision shot and he also has the Calder Drago trait. So your Furious Charge, your Warp Surge, your precision shots, they will attack twice on deployment. Now it is really strong, and I keep kind of joking in my head that I'm just going to call Drago Alpha Legion because he's clearly a little bit warp painted, or I might be mixing him up with the other Demon Sword guy. Um, but that level of Alpha, clearly he's Alpha Legion because he wants to hit first. But it is kind of an interesting balance because this only happens on deploy. So this is something you want to keep losing cards, you can keep redeploying them and do the extra. Of course, if you're winning without it, you don't need it. But yeah, flat. And it's really, really good for clearing shields. It's great for dealing with Acheran lives. And you saw that trigger there to keep him from dying to that crazy huge blow. So if you haven't looked at the stats, the last couple ladder seasons, I think it's mixed between Apocalypse and the competitive ladder, but the last few seasons, the top warlord in the game has been Arcadian Leontis, which just completely blows my mind. Don't ask me how, but that's there. Um, which means that your mixed attack type traits are incredibly powerful. Or there's one player out there who never loses. I don't understand it. But so Calder Drago being so multi-attack type is really cool, but I think I'm a little concerned and expect him to potentially get a little bit nerfed because I think that his ability to double hit with barrage is potentially a little too good. And I mean, in Apocalypse, it's not going to matter as much, but I'm going to tinker with him in the ladder and see if he's completely busted, and we'll see. But that was the interlude. I'll do a detailed guide on Drago later. We are here to talk about enhancements. A couple quick things about enhancements. For one, they're for warlords only for now. Every single warlord has had their levels kind of more evenly spaced out. So I believe every single warlord, every single warlord, whether they're epic, rare, or legendary, is going to have the same level scheme. Yep. So they will all go up to level 16. And at levels 6, 11, and 16. Now there's one additional level beyond max. They will unlock enhancement slots. And what happens with an enhancement slot is you click it and you click on enhance. Now, let's see, it is a free change and you get one of 5 possible upgrades. There's wounds, melee, ranged, psychic, or omni. So there's 5 potential types. Each one has up to 3 rarities from bronze to gold. So your total options are 15 per each roll. Now it's going to be different, and we'll look at this in a second. We'll select, obviously these are the same. I should take the silver version. That's my one enhancement. And there we go. And now I can choose to reroll for 50 plasma, which will give me another 2 options. And we're going to test that in a minute. I'm not going to reroll his for now, because that buff to wounds is pretty good for Tolmaron. But just to highlight there, it's a free level up where you get to choose that enhancement. Or it's free. Let me see if I have someone at level 6. What I want to see is kind of when you have to spend resources. If you had already leveled a card above level 6, above where enhancements were, if you'd leveled beyond that point, it should just be a free level up because it's just wrapped into the levels you already had. I may not have anyone that low level right now, except maybe you. Yeah, man. Okay, we're right there. All right. So I can't do the lion either. I guess I already did the enhancement. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm totally fine to give the lion extra wings. um, and actually, I hit that level today. I didn't realize that I did the enhancement already. That's my bad. Sorry, folks. Let's see any of these. I can't do Drago. Okay, here we go. This is a good one. So level 6. It's already level 6. Should level up to 7. Never mind. Okay. And a ranged buff. Yeah, we'll get back to that. Anyway, in true Warhammer fashion, what we're going to do is we're going to run through the whole list and we're going to roll some dice and see how this goes. Enhance. Now, melee is pretty good on him. We'll go ahead and just take it. I'm not going to reroll any of these on my first go. And whenever you get the enhancement, when you go back to the selection screen, you'll see that previewed right here. And then I'll show your enhancements there. And this is rolled out initially for warlords, but assuming it goes well after testing, they're going to roll it out for bodyguards as well, too. We want wounds on this because he doesn't do any damage by himself. And then we have a second enhancement slot here. Ooh, yeah. And I will say at gold level, the mono traits are higher than the mono. So at gold, so that was 10% plus to everything, and then 10% wounds. At gold, the omni is 15 to everything, and the mono is 20. So gold mono stat is better than the omni levels, but that's the only case. At bronze and silver, you're better off taking the omni pretty much in every case. Let's see, we got enhanced. Haven't gotten any golds yet. See, we got. It's more kind of a shooty. Yeah, we'll go that. I'm probably going to regret that. I should have chosen the off attack type. We'll see what we get here. Because I want him to ready. Oh, yeah, we want the Omni. Because you pretty much always want the Omni unless you really, really want to push that one stat and you get the gold. You get an Omni, usually take it. So far, all bronze and silver, but it's not. I'm usually getting a silver option in each of these rolls. Omni. Getting a lot of Omnis, that's good. And I do want to make clear, too, that this is a brand new edition. Imagine if you've been playing for a while, having every single one of your warlords suddenly be available to level up. Like you're talking about a massive, massive amount of in-game resources you would need to do this. Oh, this is the mask? Yeah, I'll take the gold. Wild. Okay. Of all things, dang. All right. All right, I'll take that. That's good. That's going to stack with that inspiring presence and actually make him hit pretty hard. That is a good upgrade. So we did roll a gold completely by chance. I did want to highlight something with the mask too, is he's a mono attacker. So you could never roll a psychic buff or a ranged buff. So he was pretty much guaranteed to get he was much more likely to get a gold because the total options of rolls are really limited. So I'm expecting to get better rolls for my mono attackers, and the all attackers are going to be in real trouble. All right, what's Naga? And I do want to highlight, I want to keep an eye out, but I don't think you can ever get a duplicate. So you can't get two bronze melee, for example. So if you have one bronze melee and you get another melee, it's going to be a silver or a gold. Is good. Yeah, you're getting wounds, buddy. You don't do any damage. And once I go through all of it, I'm going to go ahead and do some rerolls for like my absolute favorites and see what we get. Well, I mean, got to take that one. It's going a little bit slowly. Hopefully that's not a problem for anyone. Let me double check that I got those. Yeah, okay. But this adds a bunch of customization. So on the part I'm really excited about this, and this is a mono attacker. Let's see. Yeah, okay, wounds 3. Oh man, that's a tough call. But if I get the chance to take the gold, I'll take the gold. And 20% is really, really high. So he should get good rolls because again, mono attacker, he doesn't have as many options. Ooh, man. Do I take the 40% increase in wounds? Yeah, we'll take the 40% increase in wounds. Okay, so your monos get better rolls, unlike we're talking a 23 point card with like Supreme Commander level hit points. All right, that's fun. If I get another wounds or a gold Omni, I'm gonna be pretty pumped. Um, yeah, I think it would be worth taking a gold Omni over another wounds, but if I get another wounds, I'm taking it and make this guy just a tank. So that was fun. And he's one of my favorites. He's one of my max level warlords. So I kind of need this guy to close out games. He's not that durable because he doesn't benefit from the trait being a two kind of attacker. If he was a mono attacker, I might have gone the other way on that. Rolling, rolling, rolling. This guy needs wounds. You need wounds, Creed. We need Omni more. It's pretty good. He's got melee and ranged and the hit points. That's not bad. And I do want to do the math here. So we're going to look at these 65, 16, 170 because I'm not sure if the buff is to current stats or base stats. That's something that was said in the developer blog, but I want to actually do the, oh yeah, I want to actually do the math here. So 10% increase on that 65. I should see that go to 70-ish. 72. Okay. So it does look like it's to current stats. So it's just going to be a modifier on top of your base stats, which is pretty great. That's dramatically better than I was expecting, which also explains the amount of wounds that Glogothrox just got. Here I am going to have to actually pay for the upgrade to level up. So you do have to pay for that, and that will unlock 2 of these. All right. I do like the evening out of the levels. It's freezing up a little bit. Having every single card go up to the same level tier. So the only real difference is some of their stat upgrades, but then also their unlocked traits. In general, I like that. I'm gross. I'm a little concerned about the lack of differentiation between the rarities, but that's mostly in the traits anyway. So I think that that's probably okay. And that might be better for overall balance in like your max level campaigns and such anyway. Double Omni, nice. Only 5%, so not great, but still, it's, take that. We got Zima. What are we going to give Zima? Let's guess. Gold ranged. Ah. And this is nice too. I love the personalization to do this, and you can triple down on a Warlord's main trait. Like you can give Zephyr Blade triple gold ranged if you reroll enough. You can give Own Vaha triple gold melee, which would kind of suck because his base is so low. Um, ooh, yeah, I'll probably go wounds for you because I do just need him to be tough. Um, or you can go kind of off meta where you can take like It has to be a card that has the attack text, but you'd really, really go ham on somebody. Oh, nice. On somebody's off attack type. Isn't going to be that great because the percent increase is always going to be better based on a higher base number, but we're cruising through it. All right. Enhance Omni Gold. Nice. Nice. My mono attackers, the rolls are noticeably better, which I expected. But yeah, I saw a couple people saying earlier that the randomness, I appreciate that because it's kind of 40K and it gives you this excitement of like rolling stuff. I do love that. But it is a really good way to spend a ton of in-game resources. So I want to make sure that as you're going into this, you're really taking the time to like think about what's going, wow, that's pretty good. That was what, 10 and 15. So he's got a 25% increase to current melee. Not bad. And this is going to make your higher level warlords dramatically more powerful, unless you get terrible rolls or don't enhance them, which you have to enhance them to level up it. Well, you don't. Okay, nice. I do appreciate getting an Omni on him. And this is cool. I do really enjoy this is the first time we've had actual customization options on the warlord. So you can really build them the way that you want. Most of them still are kind of going to be the same, but it is a way to kind of give them a little bit more extra flavor and make them a little bit more yours. And I like that. Oh yeah. I gotta say too, it's really exciting rolling a gold, which is I have mixed feelings about that because I want to get the best out of the results out of these possible, right? I don't want to be re-rolling all the time or have all of them suck. But at the same time, I'm going to regret that. Um, I have mixed feelings about the different rarities. So there is like a roll involved, there is some luck involved, or this is a really, really both easy and very tempting way to spend in-game resources, and therefore, oh man, Brazen plus the gold wounds. Okay, yeah, that's probably good. Mono attackers, man, the mono attackers really do get dramatically better rolls because having just one attack type cuts out three rarities of two stats, so six six of the potential roll options are eliminated. All right, give me gold. Give me gold melee. Let's do it. All right, I'm rerolling you. I will reroll Lilith because she's my girl. I want to get like something really good. Um, I will take this and then test the reroll with a chosen trait. So I have one, and then if I reroll this, if I saw the blog correctly, the reroll should give me the option to keep the current if I don't roll better. And I didn't. Or we can reroll again. What happens if I reroll again without choosing keep? Okay. So I do get, so once you've selected one, the reroll is a little bit better just because you have the option to keep the original, and that reduces the number of results you can possibly get. I can't roll another silver melee. Let's see how much of a reroll I have to do to get that gold that I really want. Now you're still going to get two results shown. And obviously the most common result is going to be bronze. Ooh, I'm going to select this, but then continue to reroll. Like, let's see what it takes to get the really, really good thing. So I do want to highlight though that rerolling a little bit did give me a much improved result, but it took several tries. And now I can get the result I had before. Um, and I did not keep track of my plasma spent on this. I should have. I got a chunk just to test this out, but I could see very easily running through it. And this one thing this doesn't do is show you how much plasma you have left. So, okay, we'll do one more roll and then we'll leave it because the Silver Omni's pretty good. Wounds three. Ah, okay, one more. We'll keep the Silver Omni. I may come back to that. This is one of those things where if I have some extra plasma laying around, this would be a top priority for me. Would be to go ahead and jump in and re-roll Liliths. Great, but still, like wounds and melee is it's pretty good. And I get another enhancement there. If I can get her gold melee for all three of them, there we're talking. So I do still have a good chunk of plasma, so I may come back to that. Parasite, parasite, melee. We'll do silver. We'll do the same thing. I'm gonna reroll once or twice to see if I can get gold melee in this guy. And that's the thing with these. That's another thing about the omnis here. Ooh, okay, we'll take that. Um, you do have higher odds of getting better results, so it's less of a gamble to reroll. You have less benefit. Like a gold omni is not going to help him as much as it would help like the Turbigon, for example. But yeah, that's still pretty significant. All right. Yeah, even losing the 5% melee, it's probably worth it to get the 15% damage and the 15% hit points. Like that's really good on the cards that need it. I think Lilith probably needs the raw damage more just because of that redeploy, but for most of these, I'm not gonna reroll this. And then I will come back and reroll. And again, so focus on your favorite top warlords, get them the best possible trait, and don't worry about rerolling everyone. Like the amount of resources it would take to do that is just mind-boggling. Um, just enjoy the process, get the buff. Amazing. Now that is a downside to some of these characters not being mono. Can you imagine what does she have? Five? What's her melee? If I took a bronze 12 and I took the 5% increase to a 12 melee, oh God, that would hurt. So obviously don't do that. Let's see if we can get a psychic damage buff. Ooh, nice. Okay. It is funny, like the level rebalancing, it felt a little bit random which of my warlords, because none of mine were waiting on a level. They all had currently leveled up to their latest. Um, some went a little bit higher. Like I don't think, oh, ho, we did it. Yeah, we take that. Yeah, we do. Glass cannon is gonna glass cannon it up. Especially with Psychic Link, like love it. Well done, Aramon. Base of 100. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so a handful of like that. I don't think that I had level 10 or Psychic Link 3 in it. I might have though. I don't really remember. I've gotten a lot of card drops at the start of the season. It was pretty exciting. God, we're gonna read Enhance Akran. Ooh, double traits. All right, what do we got? Gold hit points. Be the most obnoxious of all time. Hmm? You got to take the gold. And that is one of the cool things about the characters who are so balanced, like Akaran or Artemis, is that all the options are good. I do kind of enjoy that. And there will be games where that upgrade makes a difference no matter what. Oh, yeah. Oh, Akaran, you lucky duck. God, that's, yeah, okay. All right. All right. Skull Taker gets two traits, two traits, two traits. No, we know what we want for Skull Taker. We can gold omnis across the board. No, we want pure melee. Give me the gold melee. And now the opportunity to give him this kind of buff, like Skull Taker is one who needs a little bit of a buff. He's still really good, but yeah, we take that. But I'm going to do both of these and may come back and reroll Skull Taker because being a mono attacker and having a trait that really depends on doing extra damage, like gold damage, is what I really want for him on both because his hit points are okay. Ooh, okay. All right, double Omni, that was not bad. And one thing that does kind of suck is you'll have three potential slots. Each of them will have the same odds of getting the same traits. So if you get gold damage in one, that doesn't change your odds for rolling anything for the others. So you still have figured out just as much. Now that's pretty darn good though. 100 base melee and 312 wounds. That's pretty great. And then he's just gonna get better from there. Okay. Yeah, this is a pretty massive buff, guys. All right, the Omni. All right, Greyfax, give me the gold Omni. Let's see it. Ugh. Well, that's still really good. The silver Omni is still very good. Like I shouldn't be upset about that. It's the second best possible option for her. So I don't build it up too much. And I should have been really pumped about that. Getting the silver Omni on the first roll is excellent. Gosar, you need wounds, sir. All the wounds. Ugh. I'm gonna reroll one on this one. I should have just taken the melee silver before rerolling, but oh, you got another chance. No, we're not gonna reroll that. The silver melee, I was silly to consider rerolling that. Now we're getting up there. We're almost done because none of my Supreme Commanders are enhanceable, and then we can kind of take another look. I may jump back and reroll Lilith a bit, just for fun. Oh, gross. Oh, Helbracht, you poor fool. Now, he's not one of my favorite warlords. He's not one I play a ton, so I'm not necessarily going to come back to that, but we will take a look. All right, Badrook. Badrook needs wounds. All the wounds. Hmm. Take the silver ranged is also very good. He's got plenty of wounds. I think actually I've been surprised by how durable Badrook tends to be. Just like he does so much damage already, and then having that many wounds on top of that is very impressive. Oh man, I love Farsight. I want him to be good. What do we want? We want Omnis. We want gold Omnis, but I'll take the melee if I can get it, and I will compromise for the hit points. Just to say it again. Ah, well, I mean, we'll take it. I mean, I don't want the ranged. Um, to say it again, one deck that I really, really want to run is I want to be able to run the 8 in ranked. I want to be able to run a 200-point deck that has Farsight and a couple of his red bodyguards. Hopefully all of them, but I know that would get expensive real quick and it may not fit. Yeah, okay, interesting. I don't think he's worth sinking the plasma into re-rolling these yet, but yeah, maybe someday. The bronze Omni's looking at me. I don't want him to have a bronze. That's okay. That's a good high base melee on top of his abilities. Ooh, Voldus. Okay, we need another gold Omni. Give me a gold Omni. Give me a gold Omni. Gold, gold. Nope, nope, nope. I mean, we gotta take it. I do appreciate that the Omni is just always the right pick, except when you get the gold single trait. Like, that's fun. I like that narrow tippy top, like the peak possible performance is kind of the same. The peak, ooh, that's pretty good for Shazo. That the Omni, it makes at least some of the decision making really easy until you get to the gold. Like, do you take the gold Omni or do you take the gold mono? It's going to depend a lot on the character. Um, yeah, getting all these gold Omnis has been pretty nice. Here's another I want you gold Omni. I want you to be as good as possible because you're, yeah, we'll take it. Still better than nothing. And so your maximum possible bonus you're looking for any of these is 60%. If you get a mono trait 3 times that's gold, you can have a 60% bonus to a single stat, 20% to 3 stats, or what's that, 15 times 3, 45% to all stats. So the gold Omni is pretty darn good. I would love to get all gold Omnis on Huron, but that's like a pipe dream. What do I even give you, Tsar? What do you need? A little of everything? Not one of those. The bronze wounds feels like such a not even a consolation prize. It's like your participation trophy. Man, and my Azrael isn't even a high enough level to get the first unlock. This guy has leveled so slowly. It's a little bit alarming. And I've got a couple guys like way high level. Like a bat next to him is level 11. I haven't had them for that different of a length of time. I got a Baden a little bit late from when I started playing. You, probably more melee. And then let's see what you got. Gold Omni. That's not. Yeah, I mean, I guess we go this way, then it can go out of the route. The base 40 plus 10% isn't bad. Add that 4 on there. Yeah, yeah, it's actually better than this. Um, wait, let's check the math on that. So a bronze melee gives him 5-ish, and then a, so it's about the same. Okay. Yeah, wounds too, very nice, very nice. I like a lot of wounds on Ulthakar. Between Berserk and his Warlord trait, that's pretty good. I just like him. I want him to be really good. I like Ulthakar. He got buffed not too long ago. Ew. Oh, why did I do that? I absolutely should have taken the Omni. Oh, that was dumb. I'm gonna reroll that once just as a sorry to Yulthakar. Oof, 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 oof. Okay. Oh man, because he has all three attack types. And actually, yeah, we'll take this one. We did it. We did it, Ulfikar. You got a ton of those. We're gonna reroll this one too. Just to nope, no, we're not. Okay, we'll realize better that. Okay, wow. So my Vol is also. It is funny that some of your legendaries and epics level so much more slowly than others, like 5, 5 next to a 14. Um, it's just funny. Some of them level faster than others, and I'm not really clear why, because they're not like campaign rewards. I do participate in plenty of campaigns that are Space Marine. I don't know. Eldrad is real close to unlocking all of these. He's my highest level legendary, I think. He was one level away from max, and now I've got one more level to the final level. Let's see what you got, buddy. I deserve that. When I have run Eldrad on the tabletop, I've frequently made him a melee combatant to jump in and like fight with other heroes. And sometimes he has won me games doing that, but it is dumb. I shouldn't be doing that. But honestly, he does plenty of. Okay. All right. I see you guys trolling me. I see it. I can see it. The devs did this to me on purpose because I've told that story before. I know that's not true, but still, it is really funny that that just happened because he does have plenty of psychic, and that is his backup trait, and it's a pretty good backup trait, but that's funny. All right. And then very close to the same. For you, I do want melee. I will take wounds. He's got 56 base range. That's not very good. And he's got 321 base wounds, so that would be 15 extra wounds. Great. We'll go with the silver. Give him what, like a 46 or 62? That's actually very reasonable. Very respectable ranged. Ew. All right. The buff to melee is still pretty high though, because his base melee stat is so high. And he doesn't really need that because his trait gives him such a melee buff. All right, now with Moz, of course, we obviously need just wounds. Wounds, wounds, wounds. Give me gold wounds. We're gonna reroll that. So always pick an enhancement, even if you plan to reroll it, because that does lock in at least one option. And that increases your odds of getting the one you want. Not by a lot, but by a little bit. And it gives you a better thing to fall back on. Because if you just reroll without selecting one, then it could be anything. Oh yeah. Oh, look at you. If I get all gold wounds on him, he's just gonna be a truck. Of course, with Logan, Omni would be good, but I will take melee. I will take wounds. Melee is good too. Oh, taking the gold. 20% base wounds is very good. Base melee is already good, and his wounds are quite high. Yeah, 20%. That's no joke. It's a big buff. Now I'm curious. Yes, we looked at this. So you can actually view the modifiers in game too. I'm actually going to test that in a second. Uh, mm, we will take this one, and then we're going to do the second one, and then we might reroll. Now this is one where you really could go any trait because they're all kind of the same here. Any upgrade you get makes sense, but obviously you want the gold Omni. But if you really want to, you could roll for gold of a specific attack type and make it like very good in that attack type. Like if you did gold psychic, for example, that would give you a 60% bonus to your psychic attack, which would also buff your psionic blast and make you a really nasty broad spectrum blasty card. Already have a good bit of hit points. You already have decent melee and ranged. Going all in on psychic here could be a really good pick. Ooh, you need wounds. Oh, hey, that's sweet. An Omni level waiting for you. Look at that. And gold Omni. The Flyrant is, I think, one of the most powerful warlords in the game, especially with the Dark Cells modifiers. Even nerfed, the Dark Cells modifiers are that just free damage is really, really good. We'll take it. Omni is good, even if it's crappy Omni. Let's see what else we got. And then again, Flyrant being kind of my flagship warlord, I may come back and reroll those two for a little bit. You don't want to get crazy. Yeah, melee's pretty good. This is one of those things, again, I want to really, really emphasize how easy it would be to just sink all of your in-game resources into these and not get what you want. So I would generally recommend just taking the upgrades you get, being excited about it, and not overdoing it. But as you go through, as you play, especially if you're doing competitive seasons, save up some plasma to go ahead and get some rerolls on your top warlords and get them exactly where you want them. This is the Stormlord. Yeah, we want range attack. Bam, bam, bam. And the thing is, I mentioned these just being like, well, minor upgrades that customize things a little bit, but getting up to a 60% bonus in a single stat is pretty darn good, or a 45% bonus in all stats is really, really impressive. Got the Omni. Yeah, we want to buff wounds. Swarmlord is also one of my better warlords. My Tyranids are very strong. It's not bad. And then last one. Ooh, we want wounds or melee? I think I want melee. Oof. All right. So that was the whole process. I just went through my entire list of all my non-Supreme Commander warlords. I don't think any of my Supreme Commanders are enhanceable. They have to be level 6 or higher. I already enhanced her. Okay. I did test it out with her. I wasn't sure if I was going to get to the Supreme Commanders because it was going to take a minute. And I already enhanced him. Excuse me. I may do a couple rerolls here just to do it. Silver wounds is pretty good, but let's see if I can get you a gold. And I will take a gold anything but ranged. We'll do two rerolls each. Oh, beautiful. Yes, I will take that and run with it. It's, ooh, man, punchy, punchy. Oh yeah, God, look at that. So he went from 120 something to 146. That is a really very impressive main stat boost. And being a character like him that has that super focus on melee, what you can do with Angron, I'm really excited to enhance the heck out of this guy. Do I have a wild card I can use? No. Okay, I need one more wild card to upgrade him to enhancement. And then, of course, this one I will reroll the crap up to get the Omnis. Like that's what I want that with him. Let's go back to Skull Taker. What did we get here? Yeah, that's not bad. Let's go with Lilith. Yeah, I really want to reroll this for damage. Two rerolls. Nope, nope. Yeah, no, this is still better. Okay, we'll come back to that someday. That's all right. Now let's double check Skull Taker. I think Skull Taker actually got what I wanted. No, he got double Omni. That's pretty good. We'll keep that. Um, hmm, do we, do we keep this? Do we keep? Oh my God, that's. I'm gonna get a picture of that before we go on. Okay. Now, I want to re-roll those, but it's too funny. I have to keep those. Um, who do we re-roll? All right, so top warlords, the ones that I personally like the most. The Lion is one who I really enjoy, so I did that. Hatred's Embrace is just like that's my flagship. We're gonna do it. Um, I do want to go ahead and re-roll these. I'm going to do four rerolls in the Flyrant, and I'm going for gold Omnis. I will take a silver Omni, but I do not want a bronze Omni. That is two rerolls. Oh, yes, we got it. Yes. Okay. And now we have two rerolls for the other one that was the silver melee. Man, that's awesome to get him up to that. And he's a Omni attacker, so go ahead and take this. Yeah, that's a huge upgrade to get that. I just went from bronze Omni, silver melee to double Omni. Oh, yeah, that's really good. Okay, we didn't get it. We're gonna keep that. Do one more. And this is the thing. Like I could just keep rerolling all day, but no, we'll take it. We'll keep Omni. That's incredible buff. So I just got what 25% buff to all stats and wounds. Really good. Especially in a near max card that has fear. Like that's really good. Let's see, we got the 15 and the 10. Yeah, 25% buff to all three stats, and they're all pretty good base. So that's a scary card. Um, we're gonna go ahead and focus on my Tyranids again. So he got double gold. Oh my god, Glygotrox. um, he got the Silver Omni. That's pretty good. When I get second, I may do some rerolls with him too. God, I've come through so much plasma. Gold melee. Yeah, some of these guys got really good rolls. Uthar got a dumpster fire roll. We're gonna save you two rolls. That's one. I mean, that's better than what I had. And then second reroll. Silver Omni. We will take 5% reduction in wounds for 5% plus to ranged and melee. It's pretty good. That's not awful. It's not great. So I want him to have like gold Omni, but we'll get to that. Let's see who else. I'm gonna go ahead and try to roll this guy into all gold psychic. And of course we'll take gold Omnis if we get them. Nope. We'll do five with this guy. So that was one. This is two. Not take. I should have taken that Omni. That's okay. Three. This is four. And this is our final reroll. I did get the silver Omni. That's a big improvement. But we're going to go ahead and do one more reroll. And that's 250 plasma for no guaranteed result. Like that's a lot of in-game resources. I don't like the cost. I get it. You don't want to make it to be too easy, and you do want to keep that like little bit of that randomness element. But we'll do one more here. Silver Omni, excellent. Okay, going from those two upgrades that I had, it was like a bronze and a silver to two silver Omnis. That's really good. 20% increase across the board is a huge level up of what I had. Um, nice. It's been pretty good doing the rerolls. I've mostly gotten what I wanted. It's good as let's find somebody else who's gotten just all bronze. Somebody had a terrible roll. Cool. Yorick doesn't need stats anyway. Those rolls are pretty good. Silver. It's okay. It's okay. It's got to be a warlord who like genuinely think is scary. Gold melee. I still love that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm just reminding myself what all I rolled. Ew. But and who needs the stat buff? I think that Etalk is another one of my absolute favorites. We're going to give him four as well. So that's one. Keep the Omni. Two. Ooh. We're going to go to the Silver Omni. And this is going to be my final reroll. The Silver Omni is still a pretty good upgrade. Keep the Silver. I had, I think, 2,200 and change plasma to start this to go ahead and go through, and I'm down to close to 1,000. Yeah. Out of 1,000. I'm going to stop there. Just to think about like the sheer volume of plasma I could spend on this is just a little bit mind-boggling. Oh. We'll do one more for the Avatar because we can't just leave that on bronze melee. Well, that's still better. And then we're sitting at 1,000 plasma. I'm definitely going to do some more rerolls. We're going to take another crack at Lilith. Because the thing is, I had like 600 plasma and then was gifted some to go ahead and do this demo. So I feel like I have to spend a good chunk of this. Where are you, Lilith? There you are. Okay. Oh, Silver Omni is pretty good. One more roll for Lilith. Hmm. I said one more, didn't I? I did it again. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna stick with it. All right. Silver Omni is pretty good. 10% wounds and melees is good. I shouldn't be upset about that. It's really funny that like you're disappointed in the buff because you know there's something better. Gold Omni on you. Look at you, you beauty. And that, man, if he gets the gold melee in the end there, that would be symbolic. Still can't believe that. Like, holy cow. Okay. He got junk. I want Huron to be really, really strong, and he just hasn't been. Upgraded the Silver Omni. And then let's see if we can go one better. Two rolls. One. Still got it. So keeping the Silver Omni is pretty good. So that was an extra 5% to all stats. Um, yeah, so it's cool. So I love the customizability option. I enjoy the randomness, although it also is a downside. Um, it led to hilarity like that. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go all gold melee and Eldred and see how hard I can get him to punch. Because he already does so much psychic damage. You don't really need more, but man, it could be through the roof. Um, yeah. Oh, wait, did I not? Why is she showing us having a thing? Did I not click keep? Maybe not. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So you can see how you can really supercharge your top warlords. It's pretty fun. And seeing what Glogothrox and the Flyrant got, like, they're going to be really scary contenders now, dramatically above the power level they had before. Um, which is going to further differentiate your high level players from your low level players, especially those with a lot of resources. But I think that is going to balance out okay because mostly those two groups are fighting in kind of different parts of the meta. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty pumped for it. And I'm thinking a lot about what you could do with a faction like Necrons that have a lot of cards that have like spread out stats between melee and ranged. You could really, really make a very unique. You could see a lot of build variety with these perks in a specific, this specifically a faction like Necrons. Like you could really have a lot of fun making that unique, and I really like that opportunity. Um, yeah, that's very cool. So yeah, curious to see how this goes. Let me know what you did with this. Your first thing you did, if you spent a bunch of that, how much plasma you spent, if you want to air your shame out publicly. But there we are, enhancements. And now again, there is talk of having these added to. Oh, do I have a wild card? I don't. What wild cards do I have? There is talk of adding these to bodyguards as well. So you could do this exact same process with bodyguards, and I hope you immediately have alarm bells about the volume of plasma that would take. But then also just like that customization option is really cool to have those cards that have equal melee and range and like really lean one way or another, or really supercharge your mono melee decks. It would be pretty cool to go with that. And that's one of those things that would let you build and upgrade and tweak and change your army over time. And that I like. Like this evolving collection over time is one of the things that I really like about this game. And this is a really great opportunity to lean into that. So pretty pumped about it. Yeah, hope you like it too. Till next time.